right. Headed on to Houston in the middle of the night. Hear the bus die, rub my red eyes, praying I could catch my flight.
Hey, you guys, welcome to the Week 17 edition of Fast.Hard.Finish. I'm Bo McBigtime, and that is Scott Simpson at Nibble W Numbers. How you doing, Scott?
You know, I'm hanging in there. I'm celebrating day trace of my wife being out of town. So today I accomplished all of my goals. I reached out to Pete Oberzet. I reached out to the DFS money shot person who did not show up. I did all the things I was supposed to do on my list. I exercised. I went and got wood for the fireplace. I accomplished all my goals. I wrote a kick-ass article about the DFS Thunderdome that we're in. And so, you know, I'm pleased as punch to be with you right now to kick off my new year on Fast.Hard.Finish. How are you doing, brother? What's going on with you, man? I haven't seen you on Twitter for a while. I know you're doing a little bit of a chill break, which is, you know, what I'm looking forward to too. But what's up with you?
Yeah, it's more of a cleanse. I mean, I think, it's something I don't need, but it's something that, it's useful if you use it the right way. And I went through a period of time where I wasn't using it the right way. So I decided that I was going to chill out for a while and give it a good detox from the social media platform. Happy New Year to everyone. It was, I think I'm still hungover from New Year's Eve, of course. And then plus, I've still been partying all week long, celebrating my three-peat in the Thunderdome. And so,
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to win ugly. And I won ugly last week. And in order to win ugly, you have to play an ugly opponent. So that happens.
You know, I haven't beaten you since, I'm going to say, Thanksgiving. I don't think I've beaten you in a month almost. It was early December.
Yeah, I think I shit my pants last time you beat me.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, it's been a while. But I'm looking forward to beating you this week because we've got a lot of the same kind of build. Our build's very similar. Our players are similar. We both went Kirk Cousins, stacked him up with Justin Jefferson. Both have Ty Johnson in there. So I like what we've done. We've also targeted some of the same games. You have, by the way, great play at Chris Godwin, 4.4% owned compared to the Mike Evans, 17.5% owned. So you're getting, if you're thinking GPP, you're getting a great value there. This is head-to-head. It's a little different, but I like the Chris Godwin play. It's a smart play overall in most games, I would say.
For me, it was more of a cash play, and I wasn't thinking about ownership, obviously, for a head-to-head. I'm thinking more volume. And to be honest, they both have great matchups this week. I'm fearful of Evans because I'm playing him in a lot of tournaments. I might have to pivot to Godwin now that I know the ownership is going to be higher on Evans. Atlanta can hang with the Bucs. Detroit couldn't, and that's why Brady got pulled at halftime. It was just the game was over.
Yeah.
And so there was no reason for Brady to be out there. I think that Atlanta hangs tough enough with Buccaneers where we get a little more back and forth this week. And so I do think Godwin and Evans and Gronk, they're all really good plays this week. It's really tough to guess which Buccaneers receiver is going to have the biggest game.
Yeah.
But Godwin being cheaper and lower owned, and he's in the slot. And if you watch Atlanta's games, if it's a move tight end or a slot receiver with good route running, like Godwin checks all those boxes, they can't cover them, period. They're dead last in the league at covering the slot and the tight end. They're terrible.
Yeah.
And so I was going more for that 10 to 12 target Godwin with touchdown upside rather than Evans, who's been getting more volume lately. But traditionally, hi, Rosie. She's very needy.
Hey, Rosie. My Rosie's out of town, so I'm living the dream, you know.
She's nibbling at my hand. She's trying to get attention. It's for me, it's the Bucs. They're a good target because Falcons' pass defense is bad, and both guys have a good go this week. So I'm hoping Godwin gets a little more volume than Evans does. I'm hoping the Falcons just double up on Evans just to prevent him from scoring.
Yeah, I mean, it could happen. I don't dislike it at all. When I saw that you had Godwin, I was like, oh man, it's going to be an either or type situation now. Like it's a fulcrum, as we say.
Yes.
Leverage, if you need a little bit more of a definition.
The tipping point, who's heavier?
Right. I like it. I also like the Ty Johnson play that you and I both have done. If you don't know what's up with Ty Johnson, shout out my man Michael. If you don't know what's up with Ty Johnson, he has a matchup this week that doesn't look like on paper it's going to be like tremendous. It's not like the smash situations like you look at Derrick Henry, who's up against one of the worst, or you see JT up against one of the worst. But honestly, the Jets are committed to running the football. They're committed to running the football, and they're committed to running the football.
What are they going to do? Let Sam Darnold throw the ball?
Right. They run the football. And if they're going to throw the football, they're going to throw it to the running back. Yeah, underneath Crowder, little routes, because they can't block worth shit. So I like Ty Johnson this weekend a lot, and I think we'll talk about it later when we build our Millie Maker lineup. I think he might be involved in that as well, just between you and me. Yeah, he's owned, but he's not that much owned. We'll jump into the Occupy Fantasy tool later and talk about ownerships. And but
yeah,
I don't know.
Ty Johnson for me is another volume play. I have to pay some respect to you because your Thunderdome lineup looks eerily like my cash lineup that I wrote about today. And I know you didn't pull all the way from it. You were inspired by it a little bit, but I'm thinking, okay, this fool wants to beat me with my own. He wants to poison me with my own medicine. Basically, that's what the feeling I got from your lineup was that it looked a lot like the lineup that I'm going to roll out there at a 50-50. And I mean, it's flattering, but it's also kind of dangerous because I mean, if it beats me, it's kind of like, oh, why didn't I go closer to the vest,
Yeah. And if you go to fantasy6pack.net right now, the very first story, the lead story is the Thunderdome from myself and Bo McBigtime. And so, let's jump on into the Thunderdome a little bit deeper. I did say that. Here's what I said. I said, I've been studying Bo and his magnificent build all season.
I picture a chimpanzee with electrodes on his forehead. I've been studying you.
I've been watching. I've been reading everything that you've written because it's coming to me first. I have to post it. It says, as I always say, if you can't beat them, pay them to work for you and steal their secrets. But I said, thankfully, Bo and I were on the same page this week. We both agree on the building blocks of a winning lineup. And so what I did was I built my lineup. And then afterwards, I went back and I looked at who you had, because I read all your work. You absorbed so much stuff over the week, and I've been absorbing a lot this week as I'm off. I'm like, who is really influencing me? I went and looked at your different posts, Bo, and literally it is I have players up and down my lineup that are from your picks. And the cool part is we've arrived at them through different processes, you know what I mean? And so I like that those players are present. We'll talk about a few of them here. We both
for all you people out there that are listening and reading these articles, if we're agreeing, most of the time, like I think it's happened about 6 or 7 times this week where we've been really in lockstep but through our own processes. And those are the weeks we smash. Like week 2, we were lockstep, and that was obviously Scott's huge win. And I was a big winner that week too, but it's overshadowed because of Scott's big win. We're talking. If we get together, and it's all fun and games at the Thunderdome. We want to beat each other. We really do. I hate losing to anybody, especially this clown here. But when we're agreeing on things, this is the time to pay up. Throw a little bit extra money in those tournaments this week because it's gonna be fireworks. Yeah,
and we really like Kirk as our kind of staple QB. I like Jonathan Taylor. If you're gonna pay up, there's different pay up options, and they're kind of narrow now that Kamara's out. But Jonathan Taylor and I really love your play in Derrick Henry as well. I mean, Derrick Henry for me, it was one or the other. That's it. Like that's the fulcrum. And sometimes you're doing both. If you're going to be a heavy, here's how I think. You need to have either 2 stud running backs and 1 stud wide receiver, or you need to have 2 stud wide receiver and 1 stud running back. Like that's the formula. You got to pick and see. Do you want Devontae Adams, Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor on your squad, or do you want like Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams, Derrick Henry? Because there's a lot of pay down options that you can get to, from Ty Montgomery, who just popped up today, to a lot of other things. that you can kind of throw in there to let you get up to those guys. So
I found a typo. Who's Jonathan Tallier?
Oh no, where's that at?
Right below his bold.
Oh, right there. Here's the thing that's so crazy is that when I send it over to the Fantasy Six Pack, they're supposed to proofread it. I put mine through a software. They don't have theirs, the Grammarly turned on their site. So whatever. I love Fantasy Six Pack.
On the mobile version, it looks like I'm shouting because it's all in caps, and I'm like,
I know.
Hey, I write, and at work I'm required to write in all caps, and I was like, shit, did I do that? Did I send it over in all caps and it just carried over? Like, no, I sent it over there. And if you're on a desktop, it's not in all caps, but for some reason the mobile version's all caps. When you get down to my section, it's hilarious.
It is very funny.
That is me. I'm shouting everything.
He's yelling. I accept it.
And it takes with conviction.
He does, and I like that. Here are two takes that are kind of rebound plays for this whole season. Players who've overall disappointed. When you're talking about season-long fantasy, Evan Ingram's been up, but he's been down and out for a while. He got some targets last week. And
so when did Jerry Jeudy go to the Chicago Bears?
Oh, that's not good either. Man, they're supposed to really check these things. Hold on.
I already found a bunch of things earlier, and then I know. Like, okay, and now we're just like watching live.
I know. Well, you know what? God bless everybody over there. I'm gonna go in. This is what I do every time. I go in and I just do it myself.
Yeah.
But
Judy's a great play, even if he's on the Bears.
You know what? That's foreshadowing. We're prognosticating when the Denver Broncos team gets imploded because they've got so many great weapons and they can't do anything.
They have 7 6'7" quarterbacks on their roster, and none of them are good.
Right. No, I'm gonna go to the edit button over here. I am glad that I have the editorial privileges because I don't know what I would do. Bo is my super editor, and so
yeah, I have a keen eye for grammatical errors, and it's annoying. I'm really annoying with it, but it's part of me.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful for it because I check them all before I go. That goes out, and sometimes it just does not work. Bo's gone. I'm by myself now. This is terrible. Bo. No, I'm kidding. I can do a little bit of time without Bo, but honestly, he's everything to me. I love Bo. He's my favorite. So, shout out Bo McBigtime. And this is a great time to say, go buy some Hot Box. If you don't have Hot Box already, go get some. It's the best. It's my favorite thing that I like to eat on everything. I had it on pizza today, had it on eggs today. It's really the shit. I'm not going to lie. And one day we'll get to meet Bo McBigtime. And I can't wait for that. I can't wait to be able to see him, hang out with him, and COVID to be over. My wife is getting the vaccine in next week, I think, on Monday or Tuesday. So I'm really excited that I'll be able to actually, I haven't been out. I haven't seen anybody. I invited Denny Carter over. His wife, did not let him come over, which is fine. I understand. Hey, there you go, big guy. I was just filling time, So, could you hear me the whole time or no?
No, I took the headphones off for a bit.
Oh, no worries. I fixed those mistakes. Anything else that we've seen along the way?
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully that will all go away. I appreciate you. I was just talking about bullshitting. I don't know really. I'm talking about how great you are. I'm talking about Hot Box. I put on everything. I've stopped sending you my food porn because I realize it's annoying. Like in the first, like when someone sends you some food porn, like in the first couple of times, you're just like, cool, man, cool. And after like it's every fucking day, you're like, all right, yeah, I get it. You like my sauce, man. All right, stop doing that. So I still do it. I don't take pictures and send you like every 5 minutes and talk about how much I love it. But I do love your sauce. I'm addicted to it. I think I got like 4 or 5 bottles left, so I'm going to buy some more soon. Real soon.
Sweet.
Yeah. If you don't know Bo's hotboxbatch.com, it's the shit. I didn't win that league, Bo. Unfortunately, I lost.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it was. Gemmo's talking some smack, saying leave his Bears alone.
We were making fun of them getting Judy.
Oh man, no. Well, I think he likes the Bears. Unfortunately,
Yeah, he does like the Bears. That's okay. I mean, everybody's entitled to feel bad about their team because, I mean, I'm a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, you know what? It's interesting. I used to be a Washington football team fan, and now I don't have any allegiance to anything. I don't give a shit about anybody's team. I think what I can see is, oh yes. Hey, by the way, if you don't know, the FF Realist is like a secret DFS, like it's not like a god, but like he's been crushing it. He sends me his DM lineups and stuff. You know, Michael, I'd love to face you again, buddy, just so that you can get your money back and kick my ass and let the universe be righted. So, you know, let me know. I invited Pete Overzet to be on the to be on the DFS Money Shot next week, but I've not heard from him. So it is open. If Pete comes in, you know, that'd be awkward. But we'll see what happens with that. But if you're open next weekend, definitely love to give Michael a shot. He's got some killer lineups. I like to actually hear what he thinks besides Brandon Cooks. I love Brandon Cooks, by the way. What do you think about Brandon Cooks, Bo?
He's all right. I mean, I don't know that he plays the whole game. They do I mean, his price is a little high too. I mean, I like his upside as a tournament play. He's good. He's
6,300. Is that what he is? He's in that 6,300 range.
He's up higher than that.
I like Kiki QT at 5,300.
Yeah. I mean, with how many points are probably going to be scored in that game, you can do worse than Cooks. But I think saving 1,000 and getting Kiki is probably a better play for a tournament. But I mean, I've been wrong a couple times on the Texans, which guy's going to blow up. So yeah, I like him. I just like the price on Kiki a little bit better.
Yeah, me too. I think both wide receivers are going to get theirs. The Texans defense is one of the worst defenses against the pass. We can actually go look and see where they stack up. And yeah, they're 26th. And they've given up 21 touchdowns to wide receivers in 15 games. So that's a 2-to-1. You can probably get 2 touchdowns by wide receivers. So if they're going to go both the QT or both the Cooks, probably not, probably one to each. If you kind of think about how it breaks down statistically, but one of them could get there. Oh, my friend Bethany is jumping in here. Jerry Jeudy is good, though. Yeah, I know this isn't my lineup, though, against Pete Overzet. Pete and I are doing a $20 head-to-head. But we actually have to talk about the value of our head-to-head because we haven't talked about it yet. I wanted to do $100 in the last week, in the championship weekend when there's the AFC NFC game. Would that be okay? I'm good with doing 50 up until then each time. You know,
for me,
is that cool? All right, excellent.
Yeah.
And here's,
I'll just keep that stacking.
Right. Here's the thing about it too. I don't feel bad about losing to Bo because the work he's putting in and the amount of great content he's putting. If I have to, you know, PayPal him $85 instead of 35 or whatever, that dude, man, like, is worth every fucking penny. Bo is solid gold, and I hope he's winning money for you. I hope you're listening to him. I mean, honestly, that's the reason I have, been winning a lot, is because of Bo. It's not because of just me.
Well, I think if I was losing and the people that were reading were losing, they'd probably be letting me know about it.
Yeah, no, it's nice to be winning, and I built my head-to-head with Danny or with Pete Overzet by myself, but then I did change a few things out. Now I've got Jeudy in there. Now I've got LaVisca in there, Ty Johnson in there as well. So yeah, I appreciate Bo's help. You know, in general, he's a great man. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Oh, he said 6,900 is what Michael says for how much Brandon Cooks is. Yeah. So yeah, that makes more sense. He's expensive. I mean, that's the whole thing about all of these wide receivers is that you want to get somebody at a cheaper price who's going to go off. That really is where your value is. You know, that's what you're chasing.
I don't see Brandon Cooks as a tier 1 wide receiver either. I mean, he could be. He has that ceiling.
Yeah. But, well, I mean, if you want to pay $500 more, you're getting Adam Thielen. You know, that's what I would do, honestly, if you're going to pay up that much. But, you know, this guy's been winning a lot more money than me lately, so I'm not going to shade on him at all. I love Michael. So, but, you know, we all have our darlings. But when he wins, he'll show me this weekend, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Which I can't wait to see. You know, and he's one of the best out there, too, just as people goes. So if you don't follow the FF Realist, you should. You should definitely follow him. And he's funny, too. He's funny as fuck. He'll do, different tweets that'll go viral. So if you want somebody who's funny, who's good at football, fantasy football, good DFS. He's your guy for sure. I'm lucky I beat him twice this year. So I'm not gonna. Yeah, that was 2 times.
Toot.
Yeah, Toots. They call me Toots. Well, here's the thing. No one's going to toot my horn. My wife and kids don't give a shit about what I do. They don't even know what it is. You know what I mean? They're just like, he's doing that thing we hate again. And so,
So I wanted to hate everything.
well, I asked people, just honest question. I said, do you retweet your own tweets? And they said, no. Most people said, no, why would you do that? And it's me thinking, honestly, that I'm not conceited. People are like, oh, you retweet your own stuff, like how basic. Well, no, I know that there's people who are online all the time, and I've got so many followers, and I've got so many people I care about that I'm not going to assume that the one time I fucking said something during the week that they were like, fawning over it. No one gives a shit. So I put it out there again and again and again, just so people who do follow me can see it. It's not because I'm worth, like, when I retweet myself, I'm not like, oh, yes, this shit smells delicious.
I am. That's why I do it.
But all of your shit smells delicious. So I would retweet all of your stuff all of the time. And I mean, honestly, you should just. I'm gonna do this. How about this? I know that you're kind of laying low, but I'm going to, in the new year, I'm just turning on my phone right now, and I'm going to put alerts on for you. And you did that for me before.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I'm doing it for you, brother. Here's the hard part. I have to turn alerts on my whole phone. Hold on. We'll figure it out. I don't have my Twitter alerts on at all. Like, so that they don't even come up on my phone.
You're too popular.
No, it's just I've found that my own desire for interaction with people,
it gets out of hand pretty quick.
It's out of hand. Like, I love people, man. I would talk to everybody all the time about everything, about things that I want to talk about, obviously. But and so it's just so many great people out there. It's not, Bethany's one of those great people. I love Bethany. Gary's one of those great people. So many great people. So that's my problem. Is that my life is very, very hard at home. And so I fully engaged with my family, but then when I'm done, I don't go, I'll be by myself. I'm like, oh, I need to be able to be with my friends, people I care about, and people who, I get to tweet with. So that's kind of how I feel. But I'm going to pare back a little bit this year too. One of my goals is to spend one night a week with my wife. So maybe my wife will be Friday night. London will be Wednesday night, and then ads will be Tuesday night. I'm just going to do a date night each of those nights, every night, and not worry about football, not worry about anything else. Put the phone away, and just, it's hard, man, when you got 3 ladies. The amount of attention that they all need is real, and they're all special. Like my kids are really special, both of them. They're unique people, and I was in a family of 6. Everybody's special, but you get those 1 or 2 years like, oh shit, this is the special of the family. Which I was not the special one of my family. I wasn't.
Should have been.
Well, I was not, man. I wasn't even close. And so all my family is just better than me. My sister Christine is 60. She was 60% deaf most of her life. She's a year and a half younger than me. So smart. Like, she got 4.67 weighted GPA. And the only reason she didn't get valedictorian of her school is because she got an A- in the class instead of the regular A one time. She graduated high school, done her first year of college, and she graduated college the same year I did. And so, she bought a house before me. My other sisters after that are twin sisters, and they're just all of them are stunningly beautiful, just amazing people. And one of my twin sisters has 5 children. And she's been married for 20 years. So just a bunch of amazing people in my family. My other brother's a lawyer, and my other brother could kick anybody's ass in the history of existence. So I'm the least, but my children, both of them, London and Adelaide, are superstars. I'd say Adelaide more than London. Adelaide's going to just set the world on fire. She is a superstar. So I just need to love on them and let them know that they are superstars. For me, I'm just tired. I'm old. You know, I look great, but I'm 42. So one thing I told Bo backstage is I exercise. I'm exercising this year. I really need to. I'm really excited about it too. I'm just excited to give myself to them and not give myself to everybody else. Honestly, you know, and football. I love football, but I wish football ended and then it was over on New Year's. I wish like the Super Bowl is New Year's or something. Like I wish it started in August and then it all went until, you know, whatever.
Right.
Because then it'd just be a great, like, flush it down and you're done. But we'll get there. I love football so much. It's like this. It is my family, football.
Yeah, there's only a month left.
That's it. Yeah, and you're part of my family, so you're in that first part. But, you know, yeah, football is just, I mean, it's the best, man. It brought us together. It's a relationship builder. I mean, like, there's people who dedicate their life to, like, standing on the sideline holding markers. You know what I mean? Like, what? You're like, yeah, Kevin's been holding that field first down marker for like 38 years, bro. Come on. He retired.
You know, they're digital now. He doesn't have to pull a little lever down.
I mean, honestly, it gets me so upset. The footballs, when they show, they're like, these footballs are made out of cows the day they're killed. And you're just like, why aren't there electrodes all over the football? And why isn't the whole football field electro-gridded so that you're not like, is it a touchdown? Is it did it touch the ground? Shut the fuck up. It's 2020. I mean, come on. You can micro-measure anything. With a computer chip smaller than like a micro tiny. Come on, man. It's just the football crosses the goal line. We don't know. We don't know when it goes over the goal line. Like, oh, it's such an old white problem of like being like, nah, this is what we've always done. We've just always liked it like this, and we're just gonna keep it like this. So it's just so stupid. So sorry, I'm not to my grave. I want to know where the football is at all times, and the spotting is terrible. You watch people spot the football, and every time I get so wrecked when they don't do it perfect too. I'm just like, oh, that's a terrible spot. I know, that's terrible. So sometimes it's really good though. You see those good ones do it. You're like, oh shit, they got it. Every once in a while, I'm gonna give my like awards to the different field judges here.
Line judge.
Yeah, because it's a hard job. I'm watching like a hawk on every fucking play, you know. So yeah, I mean it's tricky, honestly. Sorry, I've been taking over the podcast. Please forgive me.
DFS.
Yeah. So you want to build? You want to build a little bit? You want to do some building? I've got the tools, you know. Over here, ready to go. I got the DraftKings. You want to do a little Millie Maker build?
Let's go.
Oh, I like that. All right. Let's build away. Up here, I'm going to enter again. Yes, we will enter again. And no, we're going to create a new line. Don't try to bilk me out of money there, DraftKings. I don't like that. All right. So we talked a lot. We talked heavy bone with Kirk Cousins. You want to go, Kirk, or do you want to do something a little bit different? I can also show you the let me reload this real quick. Make sure it's fresh data because people are populating the site as we speak. Do you want to just see the data behind it, or do you want to build in here and then go out there? What do you want to do?
I like this. Occupy is really cool.
Yeah, I think it's really cool too. All right. So where do you want to go for quarterbacks? What is your thinking? You want to see the ownership of everybody, and then we can make a decision? Okay. So you got Deshaun Watson, honestly, and then our boy Rivers pretty high. Okay, I get it.
I'm not really concerned about any other ownership.
Yeah. I don't even see Kirk here. He's at 5.2. So that's not too bad. You're going to see Justin Jefferson, though, through the roof, just so you know, if we do that. Is Kirk what you want to do? Are you going to do anything else? Or
I think I'd rather go more or less.
So, do you want me to change it and make it by amount here or by ownership? How do you want to filter this?
I like the ownership. Ownership's a good filter.
Okay. So who are you thinking? Who do you want to put in this lineup?
So I either want to go up to Lamar Jackson or down to like a Daniel Jones or a Drew Lock or even a Wolford.
And in this, you're not even seeing Lamar, anyway, he's down here. He's at 3.9%. I like that. All right, so we put Lamar in there. Are we going to have him be naked, or are we going to roll him out with
Mark Andrews?
Mark Andrews. I like that. I'm just going to go right over to the Ravens. Makes it easier. And then we're going to change it to all. Okay, so right now our stack is at around 11.1. Not bad at all. We're going to go right to Derrick Henry. We're going to do, a little JT. What are you thinking?
I kind of want to see the ownership percentage. I'm interested in the running back and wide receiver ownership. Quarterback, I'm not too worried about.
Okay.
27, 25.
So Derrick Henry is outpacing the whole crew here. He's at 27.4. And then Ty Montgomery, not a big surprise there. But Jonathan Taylor second, Malcolm Brown, Naeem Hines. Our boy Ty Johnson, we talked about him earlier. He's way down, which is really interesting.
Can you sort by price now?
Oh yeah, definitely. And what range should I jump into?
I want to see the top, but I kind of want to see the ownership of the different.
Yeah.
So those guys are out.
I mean, David Montgomery is pretty low owned.
Montgomery and Chubb are the angle I kind of want to take for a tournament because of those prices being up, but they're obviously high upside guys, and they're up to 2,000 less than Derrick Henry.
Yeah, seriously, Derrick Henry is really fucking expensive. I would lean David Montgomery if we're gonna do that, but JT is a little less. What do you think about JT?
He's going to be really high owned.
Yeah, he's
going to be higher than 15 even by the end of the day.
Yeah. Do you want to do a David Montgomery and then, come in the back door with Naeem Hines at 4,900? Or what are you thinking?
I'm not thinking that far ahead yet.
Okay, so we got D. Montgomery in there stacked up with Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews. Who's our next RB we want to roll with here?
Keep scrolling. I love Myles Gaskin this week. I love Swift this week.
Yeah, both of those guys.
Swift, I would prefer with that ownership difference. 63 versus 65, lower owned, higher upside.
I agree. I think Swift's a better play. So we got Lamar Jackson, David Montgomery, and Swift. We have about 4,400 per player left in our build.
Plenty. That's plenty.
Yeah.
I want to get one kind of tier one wide receiver, but not necessarily a high price one.
All right, let's switch over to our wide receivers. And then we'll sort it by ownership just so you guys can see where our ownership is at right now. We do have Lamar Jackson stacked already, so we're not worrying about that. Finding a stacking situation here. We're kind of going for one-offs. But you can see where the mojo is.
That's a bloodbath.
Yeah, it is a bloodbath. That's exactly right.
That's what that's the kind of chalk you want to fade in a tournament in a week 17.
What percentage are you comfortable starting at and then breaking away from, honestly, in the situation?
At a wide receiver one, I want sub 10.
Sub 10. Yeah.
And then wide receiver 2 and 3, I kind of want to be under 5.
Okay. So right now under 10.
Yeah, sub 10. I mean, I love DK to bounce back this week, but I'm not sure how much they'll really play their starters that in the
right.
Cooks is good, but I think he's capped.
What do you think about Corey Davis in a shootout? Potential shootout. Highest implied total on the board.
I like him as a stackable option.
But not naked?
No. Just having trouble here. Hopkins is a little bit capped to win against Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah. At his price, it's a hard contested matchup for sure. What about LaVisca at 6.8? You want to grab him?
Yeah, I love LaVisca this week.
Yeah, me too. What about going for our friend Jerry Judy? He's not on this page even, but what do you think about him? Or is there somebody else at the upside that you think at the I can sort by price too? I know. This whole page is that way.
Yeah, we can do double stack with Marquise Brown. He's been super solid.
I know. I've been talking about him too. Where is he at?
He's at 3% owned.
I think he was on the first page. Hold on. Yeah. You want to run anybody in that game back or just no? Complete no? Like you do have Boyd back, which kind of devalues the
Higgins or Gio, but I mean,
I don't like any of those options really. But ownership-wise, we're at 34%, which is great.
Especially for the upside we got.
We've got some money, so now we can put chalk in here. It doesn't matter. What about let's do some defensive chalk because I don't care about defense. Who's the best defense out there that you think this week you don't mind owning?
Jets are my number one.
Jets, I love it. Jets are in there. Save us money, and now
I'm playing them.
And now we have basically 9,800 to go between two players. Do you want to go min price for our wide receiver 3 and then, get a nice little 6K in the flex, 6.8 in the flex? How do you want to do that?
I would like that because I think I want to throw Isaiah McKenzie in there.
That is very sexual, as they say. I need to move my computer. I'm really kind of like tilting up. I'm not looking at you guys anymore. I'm looking at my computer here. Which I love you people, but I really care about Bo. I don't give a shit about the rest of you. No, I'm teasing. I love you all. Okay. So let's go up to my team and then Buffalo. I'm not going to lie to you. I like Gabriel Davis a little bit too. I'm going to tell you that right now.
I do too, but I just can't be convinced that the Buffalo's going to really try anything.
Yeah, it's that ownership too. Okay, so now we have 6,800. And let's go to our price. All right. What are we doing here? There's so many checks still. Okay, that's the problem. All right. Let's go right to 6,800. We're on the second page. Oh, my mouse doesn't work. Shout out, whatever fucking mouse. I've thrown this mouse across the room. It broke into pieces, and I picked the mouse back up and put it back together. And it still lives. So I respect this mouse. What about Godwin? That was the first thought I had. But what do you think in this situation? We can go anywhere from David Johnson down. What do you think, Bo?
David Johnson.
You like David Johnson?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's crazy to say it, but I love him.
So here's the question. Looking at our roster, is there anybody that because of ownership it doesn't matter that we can just get rid of that you're worried about ownership-wise? We're under 50% right now. So is there anybody that you go, I got better value there or better potential breakout? What do you think?
It looks good to me. I mean,
yeah.
It's hard to say. And it's a tournament. It's a milli maker, and we're spending up at a few places where we're going min price at a couple places.
Yeah. No, I really like
where you look. There's motivated players on motivated teams that are going to play the whole game.
Yeah.
With And
Let's rock it. Sock'em robots. Finding Mackenzie. Let's just do this. Let's go up to the game. Makes it a little bit easier. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't really keen to use this tool. But now I do. I like it a lot. Using up here. Who's our flex? I forget who our flex and our wide receiver, the other wide receiver we had was.
David Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
With the flex. And then wide receiver was LaVisca.
LaVisca, yeah. Yeah, LaVisca Shadow. You gotta have him. So I've been watching Coach Steve and Nick Kroll for days and days, and they've seeped into my mind, and I love them so. I'm not gonna lie, they're just such special people. I love Nick Kroll so much, man.
Yeah, so we had to Google who the Gratitude's voice was, because to me it sounded like that chef on the Food Network, Jason Smith, the little bald guy from Kentucky. He sounded just like him, and we looked it up, and it was Zach Galifianakis, and I was surprised and also very happy to hear that was him. Yeah,
I was pleasantly surprised because I thought it sounded like him, but I'm not gonna lie to you. In my classroom, how expensive is he, by the way, this week? Wow. No, James Johnson. Yeah, he's fucking expensive as shit. Okay, there we go. And Trar, in my classroom as a second grade teacher previously, I would have a couple different things going on, but I would have my demonstrations be in different voices, because when you're trying to communicate and make things interesting and you're at the back table and you're trying to model something, if you're just like, all right, this is how you play the game, I do this and then you do that, and it's just boring. So I would have Southern Mr. Simpson, and Southern Mr. Simpson was a copy of Zach Galifianakis' twin brother that he plays. And if you deep dive Zach Galifianakis' twin brother, you'll find him, and he's a real Southern asshole. He's one of the best characters that Zach has ever done, like by far, and I love it. And so I've imitated that and stole that into my existence. So it's very cool that he did voice that Toad, because in my mind I was like, that's probably Zach Galifianakis, but I just thought of Zach, but I did not name it. Like I didn't go, it is. I wasn't like sure at all, but when you told me that, I was like, oh shit, that's awesome. So shout out Zach Galifianakis. Love you too, man. Nick Kroll, Zach Galifianakis, John Mulaney, Jordan Peele, Maya Rudolph. I mean, Fred. There's so many different people.
Maya Rudolph is my wife's favorite.
She is awesome on there as the homo monstrous over there with the little bit of the bubble bear. Got that bubble bear.
It's okay. Just jujule it.
Just jujule it. Valentine's Day. And here's the funny part. I've stolen that, and I've said Valentine's Day as a joke. Adelaide thinks it's Valentine's Day. So I can't wait for this year. I'll get a little video recording of her going, Happy Valentine's Day. I'll send it to Nick Kroll, and it's very funny because that's just kind of where she is and what she thinks. So all of it's great. I mean, it is ridiculously funny and well written, and I've watched it now almost three times. I'll be finishing it. I was watching it before I got on with you, and when I get done with you, I'm gonna go continue watching it, and it just makes me so happy. I love Nick Kroll, so I'm addicted. I'm not gonna lie, But anyway, I'm excited, man. This has been a great
finish up with.
I don't know. Is there anything? We're actually not too late in the day here. We've been on for less than an hour. Normally, we don't get. This is where we end our show. It's normally so. We normally
I do have some family things to do after this, but
yeah, I'm okay with the Fast.Hard.Finish being
fast and hard.
Yeah, I'm fit. You know what? Anytime I get to spend with you is a joy. I love you, brother. In 2021, I'm so thankful for you. I'm so thankful for you in 2020. There's very few people, you, Jason Sarney, Mike, who I want to hug so much. Danny Carter too. Just wanted to squeeze the shit out of you guys, and I can't wait until I can. And once I get the vaccination, and once everyone gets vaccinated, man, I'm definitely coming out to California, and I'm going to hang out at your house for a week. Hopefully, if I get the vaccination, I'll come out and I'll hang out with you this summer for sure. I promise. I don't care. I'll drive across the country. I'll fly. However, it's the safest for my family. I will come see you in this summer once I get vaccinated because, I love you, man. I love a lot of people too, but not as much as Bo. Bo's the fucking best. So sorry, man. That's who I am. I'm a lover, honestly, deep down. So love you, brother. And hopefully we win. This is a great lineup. It looks really volatile. And anything else you want to say for the good
Check
people?
out all our stuff, nimblewnumbers.com. You can find everything.
Yeah, please do. And let me actually go there right now, and we can look and see how you're crushing it today. As always, we like to go to our little, what are we doing here? Our stats. So yeah, man, you're killing it. You just really are. And we're 200, almost 300 views today. I love that. And this week, I don't know. This week we went nuts. I don't know what that week was. We were crazy that week. But we're back to normal, and you're killing it.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. And overall in the year, if you look at the year, we just started this year, obviously, but last year, man, this is mostly you. I think you almost had 10,000 views. It was like just a little bit short of 10,000 views overall for the whole year. If we scroll down, let me see if we can get this year on the data platform. Yeah, 9,000. That's how many times people read your articles. 9,000 times they read your articles. So you're awesome, man. You are the man. I love both so much. And I wish you a great new year, man. And we'll do the Fast.Hard.Finish again next week for sure.
Thanks for having me on.
It's his own show, folks. Just in case you didn't know.
Let's win big.
Yeah. All right. Love you guys. See you guys next week. Peace.